Right. So in this class, we'll discuss about the chapter 9 and chapter 10 that you have. Even though in your syllabus it is being given differently, it is technically coming under the same chapter, that is application of statistics and health, and you know how computers are used in statistics. Both of them in most textbooks you'll find that they are clubbed together. You might also find them in different chapters, but the unit 9 that you have in your syllabus is actually very small. It technically comes under the part of use of statistics in computers and all, or use of computers in statistics, sorry. So you might find it in combined area as well in some textbooks. Anyway, in this class we'll look at what are vital health status, what is measures of fertility, and we'll also look at some of the measures of mortality. So first of all, we'll start with vital health statistics. Now in this you are analyzing data so that you can provide a description of, what is vital, what is important in a person's life. So what are the vital events that will occur in a person's lifetime? This will include birth, death, sickness, marriage, divorce, adoption, and etc. So essentially, if I look at a population, let us suppose I look at a population of India. Okay. Now the population of India is somewhere around 130 crores. Okay, slightly more than 130 crores, close to 140 now. Now, in let's suppose it is 130. Now, in 130 crores, what is the rate of birth? What is the rate of death? I can also go a little more specific. What is the rate of birth of what is the rate of death in so and so population? Let's suppose I'm talking about one particular city or one particular state. What is the rate of birth in this particular city? Can I compare birth rate in two different cities? Same for sickness, same for marriage. What is the rate of marriage? What is the rate of divorce? What is the rate of adoption? How many people are up for adoption? How many people are yet to be adopted? All of these will come under vital health statistics. What is the vital status of one particular individual in that whole population? That whole population will be 130 crores, and in this scenario our standard population is 130 crores, the population of a country. And आप क्या कर रहे हैं? Through vital health statistics you are trying to find out what is the status of that person, what is the vital status of that person. Now, vital statistics are somewhat similar to census. Ever came across the word census? Okay, so I'm guessing that you never came across the word census because I'm not getting any reply. Now, census essentially provides you a picture of, it will also provide you characteristics of a population at one moment of time. Meaning, let us suppose I ask you, what are the number of cases of corona today? That will be today's census. Okay, let us suppose they are, one second. Let us suppose there are 40,000 cases of 40,000 new cases of corona today. So that will give me the census. Vital status, on the other hand, will give me the changes that are occurring over time rather than giving me an instantaneous picture. So through census, I will be able to find out what is happening in this instant. So for example, at 10 o'clock, what were the total number of cases of corona in the country? Let us suppose it is about 2 lakhs. ठीक है, example, total number of cases in India of corona at this moment right now कितने हैं? 2 lakhs है बोल के पता चला. That is census. Vital status, on the other hand, will give you vital statistics, in the sense will give you data that is more continuous. ठीक है, so over the days, let's suppose you will get a lot of news from government and different news channels stating that over the period of time, over the past 2 months, the number of cases have gone down or they have gone up, whatever it is. Okay, let us suppose on May 30th, the number of cases of corona were about 10 lakhs. Let us suppose. Okay? And it is going in a downward trend, meaning by the time it reached, let's suppose by the time June 15 came, these number of cases came down to 7 lakhs or 6 lakhs. So through vital status, you are able to see what is the change that is occurring over a period of time, rather than finding out instantaneous data. You are able to find out what is happening to a population, whatever status. यहाँ पर मैं example एक disease का ले रहा हूँ. It can be anything. For example, let us suppose we generally know that in South India क्या India में in general marriages are, you see a lot of marriages during summer. ठीक है, whatever auspicious months go on, religious months that are going on, generally you will see that in between the period of March up to June almost. Okay, the number of marriages will be quite a lot. Okay, a lot of people will be getting married during March, April, May, especially, almost up to June. Okay, just before monsoon comes along and all. So let us suppose I am trying to find out what is the rate of marriage in April, or what is the how many people are getting married on April 30th. This will give me census. Okay, versus let us suppose I try to find out from Jan to June, from January to June, what is the rise of the number of married people in India. That will give me vital status, meaning it I am seeing the number of married people over a 6 month period. So larger number of period, yeah, 1 year period, yeah, 10-year period. The number of people that are getting married, I'm seeing that, and I'm comparing it with other populations or other timelines as well. For example, let us suppose I compare uh, Jan to June of 2020 and 2021 example. Okay, so I am telling in 2020, in between the months of Jan to June, about not one, let us suppose 15 lakh people got married. Example. Okay, and in between Jan to June of 2021, let us suppose I'm telling that 12 lakh people got married. So I can tell through vital statistics that the number of people that are getting married have decreased. Now I can attribute that to various problems. I can tell maybe it is because of financial problems, maybe it is because of health problems, maybe whatever the reason is. I'll find out that reason later. But essentially through vital statistics, I'll be able to find out what is happening to a population about one specific criteria or one specific modality over a period of time. Okay. Now, what is the usage of vital statistics? First of all, if we talk about uses for individuals specifically, essentially its uses will come down to two three main points. Okay, one is it is used by individuals. Now different records of birth, death, marriage, divorce, all of them are very important for an individual. Now whenever you are born, you will get a birth certificate. Okay, generally, let us suppose one of you, if anyone has a child, they know that the hospital itself will start the procedure where they will give you a certain document, and you need to go and submit that document in the concerned government bodies, and there you'll be able to apply for birth certificate. The same for death certificate and various certificate. Let's suppose marriage certificate के लिए apply कर रहे, you are registering your marriage. Let us suppose you go and get married in a temple, or you get married in a mosque, or wherever you getting married. Let us suppose it is a court marriage as well. Those documents that you are uh, writing down and signing, you need to submit them in certain offices. Let us suppose you are submitting them in MRO office or wherever you are submitting them. Okay, those will give you certain statistics, as in they will give you how many number of people are getting married. Those certificates are very important for various purposes, for the proof of citizenship or XYZ. There are multiple reasons why you need those vital statistics. So through this, you'll be able to find out how many people are actually getting married in a year, how many people are uh, being born in a year, how many people are dying in a year. All of this information will be given to the government and to the country in general. Now, that same information can be used on multiple fronts. Let us suppose birth rate, death rate, and all of that I'm calculating. I can use that in my own research. I can use it for operating agencies. I can use them to make various policies. Public administration में use कर सकता हूँ. ठीक है, that is the second use in public administration. Now, whenever, let us suppose, you see that even before corona and during corona as well, the government comes up with various strategies to tackle certain conditions. Let us suppose there is, they find out that birth rate is very high, or let's suppose the nutritional status of children is very low. So they will try to find incentives where they are able to give better nutrition at school, or that is how midday meals came into picture. Okay, a lot of children are not able to afford food, or their families are not their families are not able to afford food, so midday meals were introduced. Now again, the quality of midday meals kaisa rehta wo pura check karna. Now all of this data that was coming is coming from vital status. Even after they are born, what is the status of that child? General health checkup bhi agar kara rahe, let us suppose government hospital mein jaake, you find out that on an average, an Indian child might be, especially at a village level or a very rural level, they might be underfed. They might not have access to as much nutrition. So in that scenario, what are the steps that the government can take? ये पूरा public administration में आता, health, education, housing, transport, communication. ठीक है, अगर telephone lines डालना है, किधर डालना, housing, if the no more number of people are coming to picture, let us suppose more people are getting married, more people are being born, so obviously you need more houses. ठीक है, whether they are apartments or whether they are individual houses, whatever they are, they need housing. So the government has to plan about that. All of this comes from these statistics. International uses bhi rehte, so that is the third one. Use in, or international uses बल्कि लिख देंगे. Now, internationally, the main organization that requires this data is WHO. WHO will use vital statistics of various countries to compare the growth of various countries in itself. So you see that WHO and UNICEF, they have various trust funds, they have various drives, they have various this thing, programs where they go around in countries where food is not available, or maybe proper sanitation is not available, or maybe healthcare is not available. You see a lot of WHO doctors, a lot of WHO volunteers going around in different countries, Africa, Syria, XYZ, different countries, and they are helping them out. War torn countries, or countries where food is not available properly, there is famine there, or there is severe disease in that location. So वो पूरे countries को help करने के लिए vital statistics are very important. Only if a country is reporting to WHO that they are underfed, or if they have a certain problem, only then can WHO take an action. If they do not have any information, how will they come to help you? So ये पूरा information is the uses of vital statistics. Now, coming to measures of vital statistics, how do you measure vital statistics? There are three main measures of vital statistics. First of all, measures of fertility, measures of mortality, and measures of morbidity. So, first of all, you are measuring how many people are fertile, how many people are being born. First case scenario में. So this will include birth rates, essentially measure of fertility में. Then measure of mortality में you are checking how many people are dying. So this will include death rates, how many people are dying in a country in 1 year, or in a particular population in one age group, so on and so forth. Then same for morbidity, how many people are being diseased, various diseases, various age groups, various countries, so on and so forth. ठीक है. Now we'll look at measures of fertility first. Measures of fertility may, the first and the most simplest one is crude birth rate. Crude birth rate is the simplest method of measuring fertility in general. Okay, it will tell you the relative speed at which additions are being made to the population. Okay, or it will essentially give you the rate, child birth rate. Okay, अगर आप crude birth rate calculate करें, this will be equal to total number of total number of live births per year divided by total population as of July 1st into 1000. जनरली ये टाइम फ्रेम जुलाई 1st इसलिए ले रहे हैं क्योंकि पॉपुलेशन वेरिएंस बहुत आ सकता इन 1 year द पॉपुलेशन कैन चेंज अ लॉट सो दैट इज व्हाई जनरली क्रूड बर्थ रेट्स व्हेन यू टेक दैट यू विल टेक फॉर हाफ अ ईयर ठीक है टोटल पॉपुलेशन अप टू अ सर्टेन पॉइंट when you are taking crude birth rate let us suppose you measure what is the rate of birth in this you are measuring from Jan 1st to July 1st 6 months का measure करते आप ठीक है then the next 6 months आप measure करते so in this way you are taking into account if there is any severe change in population over the year let us suppose कोई seasonal flu आया at one point of time and that seasonal flu killed a lot of people for example or let's suppose there was some natural disaster whatever the case जनरली 6 मंथ्स के गैप पे करते ताकि पॉपुलेशन वेरिएंस ज्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए ठीक है यू आर मेजरिंग द टोटल नंबर ऑफ बर्थ्स इन अ ईयर ठीक है सो फ्रॉम जैन टू जुलाई कितने बर्थ्स हुए डिवाइडेड बाय टोटल पॉपुलेशन कितना पॉपुलेशन है ऑलरेडी into 100 this will give you the birth rate ठीक है actually the rate at which people are being born इससे ज्यादा दिस इज अ वेरी सिंपलिस्टिक मेथड ऑफ कैलकुलेटिंग इससे ज्यादा how should I put it more practical way of looking at fertility would be specific fertility rate specific fertility rate essentially this arises from the fact that fertility depends upon many factors fertility will depend on age marriage their health status so on and so forth their environmental conditions xyz बहुत सारे conditions रहते हैं कोई disease है नहीं है family में कोई condition है whatever that might be there are multiple reasons which can affect fertility now if you calculate the fertility rate on based of age ठीक है it is called age specific fertility rate that is one of the most commonly used ones you can have specific fertility rate in various categories age specific या फिर generally age specific ही लगाते very rarely you will see that disease specific करते मतलब if a patient is having some other secondary disease does it affect their fertility rate but that is rare mostly age specific fertility rate ही calculate करते so specific fertility rate is given by number of live births in a specific age group so this is age specific this rate okay I'll explain in a bit if you see the example you will understand a little bit age group of females in a given area we are calculating in one area that area might be a state that area might be a city it might be a village it might be whatever one particular area in a given area in 1 year divided by mid-year female population of the specified age so same specified age ऊपर जो specified age ले रहा है वही specified age लेना of specified age ठीक है specified age group लगा देंगे in the given area in 1 year so you are doing essentially the same thing as crude birth rate वहाँ crude birth rate में total live births in a year divided by total population in a year लिया ना यहाँ पर खाली age specify कर दे रहे आप तो number of birth rates specific to that age group in an area in 1 year divided by the population of women of that particular age group in that area up to July 1 ठीक है mid year population बोलने का वही मतलब है mid year मतलब जुलाई 1st तक ले रहे आप into 1000 ठीक है so you will get age specific birth rate or a specific fertility rate per thousand. ठीक है, I'll give you an example. One second. Let us suppose you are trying to calculate the fertility rate for one particular population. Let us suppose there is a village in Telangana who has about 50,000 people or 5 lakh people. Example. ठीक है. Now age. Now age groups लगा देता हूं मैं. Age groups. Number of women and number of live births. ठीक है. Now let us suppose age group is 15 to 19. Total number of women, let us suppose in this age group is 23,000. ठीक है. And total live births is 700. Meaning out of 23,000 women in that area, let us suppose there is some X village in Telangana. In that 15 to 19-year-old girls or 15 to 19-year-old women are 23,000 in number, and they are giving birth to 700 people. ठीक है. Total 20 to 24 is giving there are 25,000 women and there are 2,000 live births. 25 to 29, 20,000. Let us suppose 2,000 again here, and 30 to 34, 15,600. 35 to 39, नहीं इतना बस है. Okay. Now if I try to find out specific fertility rate, I will try to find it out with specifying age. मतलब specific fertility rate को SFR लिखते. ठीक है. Specific fertility rate SFR. Let us suppose I try to find out SFR for 15 to 19 years old. ठीक है. Now specific fertility rate is the number of live births in a specific age groups. ठीक है. In 1 year for that number. मतलब ये अगर मैं 15 to 19 के लिए मेजर कर रहा हूं तो मैं ये नंबर लेना. I cannot take this number. ठीक है. Number of live births in 1 year for that age group. ठीक है. वो एज ग्रुप में कितने लोग कितने बच्चे पैदा करें. ओके. सो दिस विल बी इक्वल टू 700 divided by total population of that age group. So this 23,000 into 1,000. Okay. This will give me answer about 30.43, close to 30.43. So my specific fertility rate is 30.43. ठीक है. Now I can compare different fertility rates like this. Let us suppose in the same example इसका 30.43 ऐसे इधर लिख देता हूं मैं 30.43. Let us suppose I try to find out specific fertility rate for 20 to 24 year old. 20 to 24 is equal to 2,000 live births in 1 year divided by total population of that age group in that area. वो area में in that village there are 25,000 women who belong to the age group of 20 to 24. So यहाँ पर 25,000 हो गया into 1,000. This will give me 80. तो इनका fertility rate हो गया 80. ठीक है. समझ में आया यहाँ तक कैसा मैं specific fertility rate calculate कर रहा हूँ. Did you all understand?
Yes, sir.
समझ
Yes,
में आ
sir.
रहा how I am
Sir.
calculating specific fertility rate?
Yes, sir.
I hope the rest are understanding as well. Okay, try to calculate what is the specific fertility rate for 25 to 29 age group and 30 to 34. Make sure when you are calculating SFR for that age group, take the live births of that age group, meaning वो age group में कितने बच्चे पैदा हुए, तो 25 to 29 तो ये लेना and compare that with their population. ठीक है, not the total population. चलो. Try to find out for the rest too. What is 25 to 29 and 30 to 34? What are their SFRs? Okay, what is the answer? मालूम हुआ? You can use a calculator. Even if you don't use a calculator, it is pretty much apparent. So specific fertility rate for 25 to 29, अगर आप कैलकुलेट कर रहे हो तो पहले नंबर ऑफ बर्थ्स इन दैट एज ग्रुप विच इज 2000 डिवाइडेड बाय 20,000 इंटू 1000. ठीक है, अगर ये कैलकुलेट करें तो आप 100 आता. ठीक है, 100. So the fertility rate, specific fertility rate for the age group of 25 to 29 is 100. Now, if I try to find SFR for 30 to 34, this will be equal to 600 divided by 15,000 into 1000, 40, 40. So these are the different birth rates. ठीक है, specific fertility rate. Now I can compare fertility rate over the age groups. मतलब I can tell that the highest fertility rate that I am able to see is in between the ages of 20 to 29. Under 20 and over 29, the fertility rate generally goes down. That is why you will see a lot of statistics, a lot of gynecologists also telling the highest rate of fertility is in between 20 to 29. Lower than that it is dangerous, higher than that chances are lower. Okay, it is not that you will not get pregnant, or it is not that there is no fertility altogether, but statistically speaking rate goes down, so on and so forth. Now you can come out with various statistics in that scenario. It again, there are a lot of factors that will affect fertility in general. There is not just age, there is health status, mental status, both are xyz factor. If there is any disease to the patient, how is their environment, eh, xyz. So if there are any drugs, if they had any other drugs in the past, any problems in the past, xyz. So that is how fertility rate is calculated. Now coming to measure of mortality, measuring death or death rate essentially, that is another vital status, measuring vital statistics. So measure of mortality may, you are checking crude death rates, specific death rates, standardized death rates. You will see multiple. You will see infant mortality rate, neonatal mortality rate, maternal mortality rate, so on and so forth. There are different types of death rates as such. So the simplest one, just like crude birth rate, is crude death rate. Now, crude death rate is very similar to incidence. Okay. So, in this scenario, crude death rate, I can calculate crude death rate for a year. So, it will be called annual crude death rate. Okay. I will generally calculate death rate for 1 year, meaning in 1 year, how many people have died totally over different populations. So, annual crude death rate is equal to annual deaths divided by annual mean population into 1000. ठीक है, आप क्रूड डेथ रेट ऐसा कैलकुलेट करते हो. नाउ लेट अस सपोज इन 1 year 5000 पीपल डाइड, एग्जाम्पल. ठीक है, एंड द मीन पॉपुलेशन टोटल was 5 lakhs. ठीक है, या 50 lakhs कर लो. टोटल पॉपुलेशन is 50 lakhs, out of that 5000 people have died. So my annual crude death rate will be equal to 1. ठीक है, my annual crude death rate is 1. So in 1 year, for every 1000 people, one person has died. ठीक है, so that is how I calculate my annual crude death rate. Now this is the very simple form of calculating death rate. You do not get any specificity in this. Specific death rate का मतलब ये रहता, आप एज स्पेसिफाई कर रहे हैं, या जेंडर स्पेसिफाई कर रहे हैं, या डिजीज स्पेसिफाई कर रहे हैं. सो फॉर एग्जांपल, आई ट्राई टू फाइंड आउट number of deaths in a year under the age of 20. तो मैं बहुत स्पेसिफिक जा रहा हूँ वहां पर. So from the ages of 0 to 20, how many people have died in this particular country or this particular area in one particular year. I can compare with multiple other countries as well. मतलब let us suppose या multiple cities में ही, एक ही country में multiple cities में compare कर सकता हूँ मैं. For example, I'm comparing Hyderabad and Delhi example. So in one year, how many people have died under the age of 20 by road traffic accidents? Let's suppose. Okay, you see a lot of statistics coming around in news and all. So in this year, a lot of people have died through road traffic accident X, Y, Z. They'll give you multiple reasons. So compared to different cities, this city is faring better or this city is faring worse. Now people get into various reasons why that death rate might be high. Maybe reckless driving is involved, or maybe alcohol consumption and driving after consuming alcohol is involved. There are multiple factors. So आप अलग अलग countries को, अलग अलग cities को, अलग अलग areas को compare कर सकते हैं death rates in that scenario, and you can work around what might be the causes and how we can decrease that specific death rate. Maybe in this age group there is this particular reason why they are dying, or maybe disease specific रह सकता. So disease specific people are of this age group are more prone to this particular disease, and out of these many people, let us suppose in between the ages of 30 to 60, some people are getting affected by cancer. So out of those people who are getting affected by cancer in the age group of 30 to 60 in India, or specifically in Telangana, let us suppose in one area in one year, 2019. So I can tell in 2019 in the ages of 30 to 60, in the area of Telangana, XYZ number of people died. And I can compare that with other areas, I can compare that with other years as well. Okay, so Telangana versus Assam versus different states को भी compare कर सकता हूँ मैं, versus I can compare, let us suppose, what happened in that same country, same area, same state in 2019, 2020, 21. What is happening? So number of death rate बढ़ रही, कम हो रही. So through that I can get various senses. I can find out whether my medications are working or not, whether my policies are working or not. Especially if, let's suppose, you are looking at something like tuberculosis, number of deaths happening through tuberculosis. I can see whether or not people are getting dots therapy properly or not, so on and so forth. आप multiple चीज़ें check कर सकते हैं through these death rates. ठीक है, I hope you guys are understanding this. We'll continue this discussion tomorrow. ठीक है, tomorrow we'll look into standard death rates, and we'll also look into different measures of mortality, infant mortality, neonatal mortality क्या क्या है, and we'll look into measures of morbidity. Okay.
Okay.